Hey everyone, it's Jim T. Graham with RCGroups.com, and today we're looking at the Dazzne P2 HD. Now, while this may look like a GoPro knockoff, it actually has some pretty awesome features that I'm very excited about. It comes packaged in just a standard box, and everything's neatly packed and ready to go, and some of the things that it comes with are what you would expect in a GoPro-like package, which would be multiple mounts, double stick tape, USB cables to connect with and charge with. And one of the things about these mounts is they work with your GoPro. So if you already have a GoPro, you can utilize these with that. And then this mount's pretty cool in that when you squeeze the tabs here, it actually rotates. So this can mount on your plane or whatever, and you could turn it to the side or turn it to the back or whatever it is you like. So these are pretty cool, but this is not the most exciting part of this package. So let's take a look at the Dazzne P2. Now, I'm not going to give away the best part yet. Let's pop it out of the waterproof frame here that it ships with so we can take a look at the unit itself. It's a matte black finish, very GoPro-like. Now, the one real drag is that it is not the same size as the GoPro, so it will not fit, although it's almost the same size. The difference will not allow it to fit in things like this, which would be my carbon fiber case from Phoenix. So that's kind of a drag, but the things it does that the GoPro doesn't do are big enough for me to really fall in love with the P2. So the power button, very simple, very easy, maybe too easy to turn on and off, but I really like that there's no question when it's on and off. I'm going to go ahead and reveal it now. Be ready to be amazed. Oh yeah, an LCD screen. Why is this so exciting to me? I'll tell you. When I'm working with the GoPro, all you have is this tiny screen, and you have two buttons. And you have to manipulate and work through this screen with these two buttons. It's a real pain. Now, you could do it on your phone, which I did this morning, actually. But this is even better. So now you can see everything you're videotaping. And even more awesome, when you hit record, it's very obvious it's on. It's recording. The light is flashing, the red light. It's giving you a timer. So there's that. So let's hit pause. And we want to jump back out. And so then we can go to the camera setup. And now we can take photos, which I have some photos that I'll show at the end of this video. I'm also taking this camera with the GoPro together, and I'm going to walk around my little workshop and my guitar room and go outside so you can see how they, next to each other, can adjust to light, shadows, sky, things like that. So then let's exit back out of here, and you can go to camera, timer. You can play what you have. So if you have videos and you want to see if you got the shot, you can use that. Or you can go to setup, and then we're back into all the different parameters that we can control with the camera. I'm in love with it for that reason. There's another reason, and you're going to see it in just a minute. Now, this camera retails for around 90. The place I got it, China Buy, is $92. I've seen it as high as $115, and the great part about that is this is a camera that you can put on an airplane and not feel too terrible about if you pilot into the ground or lose it. It's not a little bit of money, but it certainly isn't as much as a GoPro cost. But the real thing that you want to make sure of is that the video that you're getting is as good as is what your GoPro's bringing home. Now, I ran a test on this at 1080p, 12 megapixels, and wide angle, which is really a medium wide angle. And we'll take a look, and you can judge for yourself which one you think is best. So here's everything that comes in the box, the case, the underwater case that would also be great to protect your lens. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take the P2 and the Hero 3, and they're going to go on a little walk together at the same settings, and we'll see what we get. So here we are in the guitar room / office, and I wanted to see how the cameras handled ambient light coming through the window, and then we just kind of cruise down the wall
And when we come over here, this is lit by this light bulb. So I wanted to see how it saw that light. And it looks to me like the GoPro and the P2 are definitely handling light situations in a different way. The P2 looks better to me. I am more fond of a brighter shot than a darker shot, but looks better to me. And I built this guitar. That's 200-year-old barnwood. And then I thought we'd peek into this 1947 Super amp to see how it handled darkness. And you see the P2 actually lightened up in there, but the GoPro did not. We'll swing out to the shop for a second. So this is all overhead lighting. And now we're outside. This is really where it matters, I think. I wanted to shoot the tree line just to see what kind of detail we would get on that. And one interesting thing, the sun is right above us, and we get that weird red flare in the P2. I think if you put the case on it, it would probably knock that right off. Outside, the two cameras are different, but I don't know that one is better than the other. Back at the sun. Now we'll shoot into the water. And then back to the tree line, which is where these cameras, for me anyway, I'm either shooting pure sky or the horizon or tree lines or things like that. So I thought it'd be important to see what kind of detail each camera would grab. The P2 is winning at this point in my book. So back down to low light, and then we'll pan back up to the sky. Get some tree line and some blue sky. Now we're jumping over to photographs. I left all the settings the same, 12p, medium wide frame. So the sun is not as bright as it was when I was shooting the photograph, so it's a little darker. But there's the sky, trees. I shot this piece just to give you an idea of what kind of detail it could grab in the photo mode with color. And then the next photo is in the workshop. And this is just to give you an idea of how the focus, how far down it can go. The real question with this photo is, why do I have an eye chart in my workshop? And then this is just a close-up of my great-grandfather's pocket watch. A camera like this really isn't made for close-ups, but I just took this to see what kind of detail we could get close in from ambient light that's coming from a window. So one thing I didn't talk about was the battery. They say these batteries get 4 hours a piece. You get a pair of the batteries. They charge a little less than 2 hours each, but you get a dual charger, which is great. And then, of course, the LCD screen. I really love that I can set up shots, put it on my airplane, and know that I'm shooting at the right angle. Awesome. So I have to say to date, I'm a big fan of the Dazzne P2 HD. It does a lot of things the GoPro doesn't do for me. The batteries, the LCD screen, it just feels like it works faster and better in my hands. It comes with everything you need. It works with my Mac immediately upon plugging it in. It found it. So that's it. I will let you know more as time progresses. And thank you for watching the video. I hope it's been informative. I'm Jim Graham with rcgroups.com.